Aloha and welcome to Pineapple Hill. My name is Eric West with HawaiiRealEstate.org, and I'm excited to share with you one of the most premier elite neighborhoods in all of West Maui, if not all of Hawaii. And you will find some of the most pristine, well thought out and designed homes in all of West Maui. The views of the Pacific Ocean are vast. The views of the West Mauis, and of course you've got these awesome trade winds that kick in almost every day, keeping things nice and cool. Let's take a look around Pineapple Hill and I'll show you what makes this place so special. Hey, aloha guys, my name is Eric West with HawaiiRealEstate.org, and here we are. We're pulling up into Kapalua right now. Check this out. This is Office Road. Get the windshield wipers here. Now we do get these beautiful little sort of sprinkles throughout the day here in Kapalua. We actually consider it a blessing in Hawaii whenever it rains. And so today I'm going to show you Pineapple Hill, one of my absolute favorite neighborhoods, and it's super easy to get here. You take a left on Office Road, right where I was there a second ago, and then you take your first left here, Simpson Road. So there's Simpson Way, Simpson Way. And then just up the hill is the gated entrance. Okay, so as I'm pulling up here to the gate, you'll see this is Pineapple Hill Road, which is a one-way coming up the hill, and that's the one you've probably seen it with the trees, or maybe you haven't seen it, but it's got these beautiful cook pines on both sides, just like Office Road, but much tighter. Isn't that cool? So here we are, coming up to the gate. This is card operated. And of course, if you have guests that come, they would just punch in your number there and it would ring on your cell phone. So this is, I call this the main entry to Pineapple Hill, because this is really the phase one, and this is, I think, you know, where a lot of people come and go. But there is another entrance right off of the highway, so it's very easy to access. And here, this gives you kind of an idea what the views are like. Look at this. Obviously, it's Pineapple Hill for a reason. It's on top of the hill. So this is Pacific Drive. The community does have a pool with a beautiful entertaining area. I call it sort of a clubhouse, if you will. And there's also 2 tennis courts, but a very, very nice, large, oversized pool. Here I am at the Pineapple Hill Pool and Tennis Club. Let's check it out. So the first thing that I've really noticed about this area is it's actually quite underutilized. Don't really see a lot of people in here that often, but makes it almost like your own private retreat. It's a beautiful clubhouse entertaining area here with a nice granite kitchen countertop. Just a nice space for entertaining. The only thing that is sort of missing, if you will, is there's no hot tub here. Have some restrooms right there. And just a beautiful large pool. Nice little covered picnic area right there. But this is definitely a full-size Olympic lap pool. I don't know if it's the right length or not, but it really is nice. Hey, you guys know how deep this pool is by chance?
Well, it says on the sides actually, so it's
oh, it does?
Here.
Oh, it does.
I think it's 3 feet to 5 feet.
Do you know if it's Olympic size or not?
I think it's just under 25. I want to say it's between like 20 and 25.
Okay. Do you know what Olympic size is?
Olympic size is 50 meters.
Oh, it is.
So this is about 25 yards.
Do you see a lot of people doing laps in it?
Just a few. There's a couple of like swimmers.
Yeah.
On like the swim team. It's hard to get into the pools right now.
Oh, yeah. So they've been using this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay. Like, I think that's the most people I've ever seen here at one time. That was 2. I'm just kidding, but it is not utilized that much. And then there are 2 very nice tennis courts over here. And I'll show you that real quick, and then we'll head back on the rest of the neighborhood tour. But this is available to both Pineapple Hill and Pineapple Hill Estates. Tennis court here. And I actually did see some folks playing tennis here just a few minutes ago, so I think there are a few tennis players left in the world. So Pineapple Hill at Kapalua consists of basically 2 phases. The first one was obviously built first, and it consists of 99 lots. They're quarter-acre lots, and when these homes were built, you had to choose from one of 6 different floor plans. Now, if for some reason you were able to purchase 2 quarter-acre lots, then you could do a custom home subject to the approval of the design committee, of course. But a lot of these homes are very similar in the way that they look from the exterior, so it creates a very consistent streetscape, if you will. But there are basically 6 different floor plans, and there are some custom homes in the original first phase of Pineapple Hill. So the second phase is known as Pineapple Hill Estates, and those lots are larger. Those are half-acre lots, and the homes are significantly larger, generally speaking. And you can actually have homes with 25-foot roof heights, 2-story, if they don't block anyone's view and they're sort of on the back row. All of these homes are next to the bay course, which is the golf course here in Kapalua Bay, and in the Kapalua area, I should say. And you know, it's just a fantastic location, and not all of the homes are right on the golf course. Obviously, you've got to be sort of in the front row of the community like these homes, but ultimately, you know, golf course views, ocean views, or both are what are available to you here in Pineapple Hill. So just to give you an orientation, at the end of this road right here, I'm right next to the Golf Villas. This is Kapalua Golf Villas. So this is basically the very edge corner of the property, and right through there is the bay course. So if you do have a home on Pineapple Hill, there are monthly HOA dues. At the shooting of this video, they're around $1,000 a month. And if you have just a vacant lot, they're significantly less. So right now I'm here at the corner of Summer Road right there. And this is just gonna dead end down there, and then this is the loop at the bottom of sort of the main drag here in Pineapple Hill. And then a lot of these streets like Sunset Place, they're just gonna go in, dead end, and come back. So that's super nice because you're not gonna have a lot of vehicle traffic. Not that there's traffic in here, but you know, there are some streets that pick up a little bit more cars going by because they connect the 2 gates, if you will. So having some of these dead end roads is a super nice way to make sure that your peace and quiet is 24/7. So obviously one of the biggest benefits of having a home or a condo in Kapalua is access to the resort amenities. So obviously there's the bay course, the practice range, tennis courts. There's even a bus that cruises around and picks people up and takes them down to the various beaches. So say for example you had some guests and the adults, if you will, went off to Haleakala that day, took the rental car, they left their kids behind or some other relatives. They can now take the shuttle down to the resort amenities, and that's really cool. So having that resort bus basically just makes transportation super easy and convenient, and there's never an excuse not to get down to the beach. You also have access to things like the tennis club, and even the Montage has got a beautiful spa. You can join that, and that's just one of the best fitness facilities you're going to find here on West Maui. So Kapalua Resort is definitely a huge attractive force to owning property up here in Kapalua. And of course, there's the cooler weather. Okay, now so just to orientate you, this is the gate that comes off of the highway, and if you were to take a left right out of that gate and go down Crestview Road, this is Kapalua Pineapple Hill Estates. And again, these are larger lots, so instead of quarter acre, you've got a half acre, and you are allowed to have the higher roof line, 25 foot if you're in one of the back lots and you're not blocking anybody's view, so that's super nice. But check out this neighborhood. Here we are, and I'm just gonna take a right down here. And this is sort of a typical, you know, right now it's about 10:30 in the morning. The nice thing about Kapalua is you do pick up trade winds, you pick up trade wind showers, trade wind clouds, and so instead of sort of the heat of Lahaina and even kaanapali, it's much cooler, much more temperate up here. So if you're okay with the occasional morning sort of shower, and it's just greener and more lush up here, and that to me is a much more comfortable environment than just getting beaten down by the sun all day long. So in the winter time it can get a little bit cooler for some folks, you know, like if you've ever been to the Ritz-Carlton, you'll notice their pool is very well heated because it can get a little bit colder there. And so here's a good example of the lot that's not been built on and is right on the golf course, and gives you a beautiful shot of the trees right there. And that is Molokai. You probably can't see it with the camera, but that's looking directly at the island of Molokai. Okay, so here I am in the corner. That's Pulelehua. Now that's just going to dead end, which is one of the things I actually wanted to point out about this neighborhood that I really like, is that a lot of these streets, a lot like over in Pineapple Hill, the first phase, they just dead end. So check this out. When you go down these streets right here, this is just basically going to completely dead end. So the only people that will be using this street are the people obviously that live right here. So it makes for a very nice minimum traffic living, and obviously privacy is huge when you're living in Pineapple Hill, because many of the lots are situated in such a way that you've got beautiful vegetation, trees, hedges growing up in between, and makes for a very private experience. So the grand total home sites in the entire Pineapple Hill community is 130. So you have 99 in phase 1, and then you have 31 in phase 2, Kapalua Pineapple Hill Estates. And most of it is built out. There are still opportunities to buy lots, obviously, and build a home. But there's always some kind of a fantastic deal happening in here. Now, usually it's going to be maybe a little bit of an older home that needs some remodeling, but there's absolutely completely finished out, 100% up-to-date options to pick from as well. So you usually have a pretty good selection, if you will, of options to choose from. However, inventory over the years has been decreasing as, you know, Maui has gotten much more popular thanks to the booming economy. Now, of course, with some of the recent events, it's possible that we could have a little bit of a softening in the market. But one of my favorite things to do is to really dial into what your vision is for that future lifestyle on Maui. And one of my favorite questions, actually, I'm kind of going off on a rabbit trail here, but one of my favorite questions to ask people is, you know, what does your day look like? You know, what's your perfect day, whether it's on vacation or retirement, or if you're going to come live and work here, what does that perfect day look like? And a lot of that will determine where is the best place to purchase a home or a condo. So having the experience of lived here for almost 10 years and knowing sort of the ins and outs and the niches of what it's like in the different parts of the island, I believe I can certainly direct you in the right spot so that when you start to live that day-to-day Maui lifestyle, it's going to be what you want, and you're not having to drive somewhere where you're just, you know, not enjoying the weather or whatever. Because it is a very, you know, it's a micro weather climate, but it's also micro in many other ways. And I can explain some of that in more detail, but I'd love to share my insights on the Maui real estate market and the lifestyle here on Maui. So, and, you know, I just got inspired, you know. As I'm leaving Pineapple Hill, you'll notice that there's this trail. I don't know if you can see it from here, but there's this little trail right here in between the trees, and every day I see all these people coming and going from the neighborhood, coming back from walks, you know, beautiful hikes. And the thing I'm gonna check out for you real quick is there's this one spot over here. Now, obviously you can hike around the golf course area, and there's, as a matter of fact, there are some beautiful trails right next to the Ritz-Carlton, and I'm actually going to go down there and show you those trails right now. But there's another one I want to just jump out of the car real quick and check out, because I see all these people kind of heading off into the trees back here, and they're parking their cars there too. So we're just going to go jump out of the car real quick and just, I got you know, got my slippers on right now, but I'm going to go do it anyway because I'm really curious what's back here. Even though I've been here for almost 10 years, I haven't been everywhere, you know, and a lot of times I'm busy working, I'm not hiking. So let's go check it out. Okay, so right out of the gate, this is kind of funny because this is where I see people parking all the time, and I've never been here. And it says, isn't that funny? It says no parking. But this is a very popular spot. I see a lot of people crossing the highway to come here, and apparently this is probably a continuation of where I go over there behind the Ritz-Carlton. But let's go back here and check it out real quick. So yeah, this is exactly what I thought it was. It's a continuation of all the trails that I'm used to hiking up behind the Ritz-Carlton. But I usually, you know, turn around after a certain period of time, and this is obviously where it just continues to go. So what's really nice about these trails is that, you know, they're very safe because they've got this asphalt, so you don't have to worry about, you know, slipping and sliding and hurting yourself. But I know there's lots of little rabbit trails too, little side trails that go through the jungle, if you will, that I see a lot of people taking off on. Now I usually stick to this section of it, but what a nice thing to have access to, huh? Right there. So here comes up one of those little rabbit trails. Just amazing. Just the variation in all the trees, the flora, the fauna, the grasses, the birds, the shade, and it just seems to go on endlessly. I don't know exactly. Like I said, I've adventured back through here, but I haven't hit it all. But there's lots to discover. See, there's one of those rabbit trails. Check it out. So I see these all throughout, and I don't know exactly, but I believe it's part of a elaborate mountain bike trail system, because if you've ever watched the Xterra Championship, it happens here. The thing that's cool when you go for hikes here in Maui is you can find all kinds of guava. So in case you get hungry, boom, there you go. Fruit everywhere. The key is to find ones that haven't been pecked on by birds, obviously, and then if you can find them in the tree and just pull them down, that's the way to go. But yeah, you can see there's some guava right in there. Fantastic. Good fiber too. But how cool is this, huh? So anyway, the neighborhood tour ended in the woods. So thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. Aloha. If you found this video helpful, I love a thumbs up, a subscribe. And if you're ever in the market for real estate here on Maui, I'd love to be a resource and help. I keep hearing a... wonder what that is. I don't think I'm alone. Just kidding. Certainly, if you need me to keep an eye on this market for you, I'm more than happy to do so. Whether you're looking to buy or sell in Pineapple Hill, please keep me in mind and click the link in the description down below, and that'll show you all of the listings here in this community. And also, I will have all of the recently sold homes as well. Thanks again for watching. If this video has been helpful in any way, I'd love a thumbs up, a subscribe, and certainly if you're ever in the market or coming to Maui, I'd love to hang out, maybe go out for a drink during a sunset, and just get to know exactly what you're looking for. One of my favorite things to do is to really dial into what your vision is for that future lifestyle on Maui.